Alright everyone, I can't get enough of my Shadebinder, and this is probably the best version since my sub 20-second super build in Beyond Light. Stasis is nuts and there's no stopping it. This build will be amazing for the upcoming Guardian games as well as into next season, so if that's what you want, you're in the right place. Give this a rating down below, subscribe to help me hit my goal of 7.2 thousand subs, and let's get into it. Stasis Warlocks have taken quite the hammering thanks to nerfs, but they've finally come good again, and now with the new fragments on offer we can turn the super dial all the way up. This build is a vast improvement on one of my first Stasis builds from Beyond Light and will work in both PvE and the Crucible. We're going to be taking advantage of the multiple freezing abilities on offer, with both Penumbral Blast and the Cold Snap Grenade being pivotal here. The Ice Flare Bolts aspect is a must for any Stasis Warlock, especially since its tracking had a recent fix. We'll also chuck on the Bleak Watcher aspect for some great area denial too. The Stasis fragments are where this all comes together, especially with the underutilised newer ones. Whisper of Bonds is the key aspect though, as defeating frozen targets with any weapon will grant super energy. It's not as broken as it used to be, but in this build it's pretty sweet. Whisper of Torment will grant grenade energy when taking incoming damage, which as you'll be in the trenches with this build is a great passive fragment to use. Whisper of Hedrons is last up to provide a damage boost after freezing a target, which will have near constant uptime in this setup. Next, you need to throw on Nezarac's Sin. This exotic Warlock helmet is top tier and will grant all abilities energy, including your super on void weapon kills. This grants the Abyssal Extractor's perk, which with a constant uptime by getting multi-kills with a void weapon can grant a huge boost to your super energy. Now it's finally time for the full trifecta, so truck on a fresh weapon. This perk has been here since Beyond Light, but Bungie only recently activated it in PvP, so its value has now shot through the roof. There's a good number of weapons it can roll on, but you need a void one especially for this super build. Bottom Dollar from Gambit or even Coriolis Force from Europa are great choices, but the newly reissued Retro Futurist Shotgun available as a random Crucible drop is the pick here. Massive shout out to Crit Buff for showing me its true power and potential. Links to his channel are down below. I'm sure he will have a weapon review of this shotgun in the near future. This lightweight shotgun is likely to see a lot of play once the quick draw is removed from the Felwinter's Lie due to its great handling, with Fresh becoming a popular role option which grants us bonus super energy on kills much like a baby bad juju. But as it's a void shotgun, it doubles up perfectly with Nezarac's Sin and is all sorts of broken when you pair it with the Whisper of Bonds. In the heavy slot we're looking to the future with the Threaded Needle Linear Fusion Rifle. This void weapon comes with Clown Cartridge and Frenzy as a great damage booster, but it can also roll with Fresh to fit into this build nicely. Linear Fusion Rifles are going to be getting an upcoming buff next season, so I definitely look for a decent one whilst you can. Mods wise, Quick Charge is great for becoming charged with light on rapid multi-kills with the shotgun, and its secondary perk will boost its ready speed too. Use Charged Up to get a bonus stack, and also make use of the bonus damage provided by High Energy Fire. Radiant Light will also boost your strength stat and reduce your melee cooldown. Momentum Transfer will reduce melee cooldown too when causing damage with a grenade, and with Bomber and Dynamo providing boost to grenade and super cooldown too respectively by using your Rift. Don't forget to use the Glacial Inheritance mod from this season to grant super energy after your super ends on defeating enemies. This build is absolutely immense for ad clear, and if done right you'll always be the first to get your super up in all game modes. Simply freeze any enemy using your melee and grenade before taking them out with your void fresh weapon. Let Ice Flare Bolts track and freeze the next opponent and then take them down too. Providing your kills don't get stolen, you'll bump your super up in no time. I love testing stuff like this in Gambit, and I easily had my super ready for the first invade and then multiple times throughout the match. In PvP it's probably trickier, but with patience and some luck it'll work wonders. Go and experiment for yourself with your preferred fresh weapon of choice, with the same fragments working to an extent on Hunters and Titans too. If you do want an easy farm for a fresh weapon though, Coriolis Force on Europa is easily the best to target farm with minimal RNG. I hope you enjoyed this quick build guide. If you did, then drop a like and subscribe too. I'm nearing my goal of being the most watched YouTuber in my house, so thank you very much. That's it for this one though, so on that, and as always, thank you very much for watching. and I hope to see you next time.